Hello students, in this session of chapter number 12, that is biotechnology, we are going to learn regarding the different applications of biotechnology. In previous or olden days, biotechnology was used to produce different products with the help of fermentation, like curds, then different milk products and alcohol were produced. So, in healthcare biotechnology, different modern medicines are produced with the help of biotechnology. Then different kinds of vaccines. Now you know that vaccines are the substances which increase the immunity against different kinds of viral and bacterial infections. Then personalized therapeutic diagnostic solutions for organ transplant are available. That means you know that there are different organs which are transplanted, like transplantation of heart, then transplantation of kidney. So these transplantations occur with the help of modern biotechnology, and it has become easy to carry out different organ transplantations. Then stem cell technology is also one of the important application. Then forensic medicines are used to find out the crime history. Then gene probes, that means gene probes are prepared to carry out different genetic engineering experiments. Similarly, genetic fingerprinting, or it is called as DNA fingerprinting, is used to find out the criminals. The DNA samples from the crime scene are collected and then they are matched with the suspected criminal, and accordingly the criminal is traced. So biotechnology has wide applications in healthcare. Similarly, healthcare biotechnology is used in the production of human insulin. Now, human insulin is a peptide hormone produced by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans of the pancreas. So, this was first discovered by the scientist called as Edward Sharpe Schaefer in the year 1916. So, human insulin is a hormone which is produced by the beta cells of islets of Langerhans of pancreas. Now, the role of insulin is to control the blood sugar level. But in some person or some individuals, the insulin is not produced, and due to this, the blood sugar level of such person or individual rises, and this is called as diabetes mellitus. So the technique of the production of this human insulin with the help of recombinant DNA technology was first developed by the two scientists, that is Gilbert and Wilco Maroff, in the year 1978. So these scientists isolated the genes for insulin production, and these genes were introduced or inserted in the plasmid, and then this plasmid was transformed into the host, that is Escherichia coli bacteria. So generally PBr322 plasmids are used to insert these insulin producing genes, and then the recombinant plasmid or DNA is transformed in Escherichia coli bacterial cell, where it multiplies, and then there is a production of penicillinase and preproinsulin. Later on, this insulin is separated from these substances by the treatment of trypsin. So, with the help of recombinant DNA technology, insulin is produced, and this insulin is used in the patients suffering from diabetes to control the blood sugar level. Biotechnology is used in the production of different types of vaccines. Now, vaccines are the biological preparations that provide acquired and active immunity to a person against different kinds of diseases. So, vaccines are used to increase the immunity of a person against different kinds of diseases. Nowadays, you know that corona vaccine is given to increase the immunity against the coronavirus infection. Then vaccines are generally prepared from weakened or killed cells of microorganisms. Then they are produced from the toxins of these microorganisms or the surface protein antigens. Similarly, the vaccines have helped to eliminate the diseases like polio and smallpox. Now, vaccines are of different forms. Some vaccines are recombinant vaccines, and these recombinant vaccines are effective to treat diseases like cancer. Then, vaccines are naked DNA vaccines, then viral vector vaccines, and they are also derived or obtained from plant. So, these vaccines have been found effective against different kinds of viral as well as bacterial diseases. Some vaccines are oral or edible vaccine. Now, edible vaccine means it is edible plant part engineered to produce an immunogenic protein, and when consumed get recognized by the immune system of the body and act against certain pathogen or disease causing organisms. So, these are the edible plant parts. When they are consumed, the proteins which are produced in such plant parts act as vaccine against different kinds of pathogen. So, such vaccines are produced by biotechnology. That means certain immune proteins are produced by genes, and these genes are introduced in the plant by the process of genetic engineering. These genes produce certain types of proteins, and when the plant parts are consumed, these proteins provide immunity against different kinds of infections or pathogen. Hence, they are called as edible vaccines. Edible vaccines can be used in humans and animals. So, when humans and animals consume these plant parts, they become vaccinated against different kinds of pathogen. So, maximum use of such vaccine is carried in human beings. Similarly, some vaccines are melt in mouth vaccines. That means when these vaccines are placed under the tongue, they get easily dissolved and easily absorbed in the blood. So, such vaccines are called as melt in mouth vaccine. Now, example of it is Bacillus. A vaccine is effective against flu. So, these edible or oral vaccines are having low production cost. That means they are economical to produce. So, such vaccines are called as edible or they are called as oral vaccines. The second application of biotechnology is agriculture biotechnology. So, in agriculture biotechnology, genetically modified organisms are produced. That means genetically modified plants or animals are produced with the help of this biotechnology. Now, for example, a plant called as BT cotton is produced. Now, in BT cotton, a gene of bacteria called as Bacillus thuringiensis has been introduced, and due to the introduction of this gene, the plant produce certain proteins, and these proteins, when ingested by the insects, get paralyzed, and the plant is protected against the larvae of the insects. So, BT cotton, a pest resistant plant, has been produced with the help of biotechnology. Then one of the application, that is tissue culture. Now you know that tissue culture is a method in which entire plant is produced from cell or group of cell or tissue. So one of the application of tissue culture, that is micropropagation. Micropropagation is carried by using apical meristematic cells. So micropropagation helps to produce large scale or large number of plants in short time. So it is one of the useful technique used in agriculture biotechnology. Then with the help of biotechnology, the storage of plant tissues or germplasm and maintaining the clones of plants has been achieved. Now these germplasm or clones are used to produce recalcitrant seeds. Now recalcitrant seed means these seeds are more viable and they are produced by controlling the amount of moisture. That means they are prevented from drying. You know that when seeds become dry, they become or they are not able to germinate properly. So such recalcitrant seeds are produced with the help of biotechnology. So genetically modified plants are produced to increase their productivity as well as to increase the quality of the food grains or fruits or vegetables. So agriculture biotechnology is one of the applications of biotechnology.